Alright, so we're going to do a test assembly to check what the spinal alignment and all that sort of stuff is. So I've just got it sort of spider webbed up in place at the moment. The torso, as you can see now, is complete. We've got all the different, battery cover and spine cover there and all those sorts of bits in place. So now we'll just see what it looks like. It's all right. So we've got two mounting screws at the back here that actually fit, for want of a better term, the real location of mounting points. So I'll just try and get those in place. One is in there and the other one is just here. And we'll see if we can get it lined up. Okay, so this bit looks quite a bit odd at the moment, sort of thing, but why they're not falling out anymore is I've now got the eye rig in place, okay, which will hopefully allow us to actually have some movement in the eyes. I think I'm going to pull apart like an old remote control car that I've got, pull the servos out and actually set them up so that I can move, and I'll just show you quickly how that's going to work. Okay, so what I've done for the moment, we'll show you on the inside in just a second, but I've set it up with some rubber bands temporarily so you can actually see how the movement will be controlled in the eyes. It should also allow for an up and down movement, if I can go this way. Okay, now keep in mind it's all held in with rubber bands at the moment, so it's all pretty rough, but you get the idea, and that side to side motion is quite nice. If you have a look inside the head, you can actually see how the rig's going to work. There's just a little control bar. It'll be sprung back to a central position, and then the bit will actually allow for the movement these ways. At the moment, sort of thing, there's a rubber band that goes around all of them. What will probably happen here is that the eyes will be sprung individually, but back to a central point so that they control on that central sort of control. Right, now that the spine is physically attached to the back plate, we can remove this body strap. And there's the movement factor in the flexible neck. Once the pistons are in place and everything else, that will alter a little bit. Okay. Alrighty. Right, so one of the biggest mysteries with this thing is not so much the actual pistons themselves, but there's lots of different versions and they've all seemed to have their own idea on where they actually should attach. You've got some that sort of stayed out fairly obvious, but it's the ones inside the chest cavity and everything else that I'm going to have to work out. If you have a look inside the chest cavity, you've got many different areas that sort of seem logical that there's going to be a piston mounting point, and off the center inside the spine, somewhere around about here, on some models there's also another mounting point. In some instances there's 3 around the shoulder area, in other areas there's as many as 5. So I've basically just got to work out what version I'm going to go with and sort of start. So that's pretty much it as far as this update's concerned. You can see there the spine works all the way through. It's got that full articulation. The tensioner's down the bottom there. There's also a tensioner inside the skull. You saw that where the eye adjustment was for the movement of the eye. Okay. Apart from that, yeah, I've got to make a custom-made bolt for the shoulder mechanism, so it's quite floppy there at the moment. That has to be made so that it's a bit firmer. But apart from that, it's coming together pretty well. I had a hell of a problem trying to actually get the chest components in place. The battery cover and the torso cover, or the spine cover, was a little bit problematic. And there's a couple of gaps there that I'm not 100% happy with, but overall I think once it starts getting polished and going together as a more complete piece, and obviously the next thing to start working on too is the hips, right, or the pelvis, and then we've got some honking big pistons that go in here as well, and that should cover up a lot of bits and pieces. But all in all, he's coming together. I'm pretty happy so far. And there he is for now.